Hey everyone, Josh here. Today I'm going to be doing my Korean movie collection. Recently I did my entire Japanese collection and that went over pretty well. People seem to like it, and I also had been requested this a while back, so yeah, about to start. First off, got a cool Korean movie t-shirt, which I don't know if you guys can see because of the camera angle, but essentially it's of the Vengeance trilogy. You got Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, the jumper cables, the gun from Lady Vengeance, and the hammer from Old Boy. Pretty cool shirt. But yeah, so let's get this started. These aren't in any particular order, but I'm going to be going through them pretty quick because the camera usually just dies really quick. So first up, we have a Korean film book, which when I ordered the Korean Film Archive books, you guys saw this because I did a video on that. And this is all in Korean, which I'm currently learning, so kind of in the early stages, but it's got some neat pictures in it and whatnot. So yeah, hoping to read through this one day. And segueing that is a book about Sang-soo. I have not started reading this yet, unfortunately, but it's all in English and has pictures from all his movies. Kang-ho Province right there. There he is. Yeah, so hoping this is good. If I like this, I'm going to pick up others in the Korean Film Director series. They got one on Park Chan-wook, Kim Ki-young, Bang Joon-ho, a lot of guys. So yeah, Sang-soo. And that leads me to this, which I'm getting out of the way first before we jump into the Sang-soo stuff. Secret Reunion, the very first Korean film I imported. 2010 was like the big year of Korean films for me. I'd seen like a handful, maybe a dozen or so before that, but 2010 was the year I really just got into Korean films. I had to see everything that was coming out, and that year at the Blue Dragon Awards, which I also watched the ceremony, had no idea what they were saying. There was no subtitles, but this won Best Film that year, and it completely shocked me. I thought either I Saw the Devil, Kim Joo-hoon's I Saw the Devil, or The Man from Nowhere was going to win. And then this one, so I was like, what? And I hadn't seen this movie, so I instantly ordered it. Not the best film, pretty solid though. The chemistry between them is great. I think it's a very funny movie, but I think the humor is a little too mismatched. But still a very entertaining movie. I've actually seen this one quite a few times, so good popcorn flick. Don't think it should have won Best Film though, but yeah, Secret Reunion. Oh, also, that has a different cover on the inside. But anywho, up next is the Sang-soo films. Again, actually these are in order, I think by the release date of the film. I don't have all of his movies, but I have all of his Blu-rays. Which I won't be going through all these movies in depth, but we got The Day a Pig Fell into the Well, his debut. I've seen a lot of this. Subtitles are really, really bad on this, so until I can learn Korean, I think I'm going to put this one on the back burner. Watched about the first half, but just couldn't get through it. Damn shame, though, because it seems really, really good. But also, this is Song Kang-ho's first film, I believe. He has a small role in it. Next, Power of Gangwon Province. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, his second film. On the back of this one, I think, is a little picture of Sang-soo. Next is Ojusung, I think. The Virgin Strip Bare by Her Bachelors. I love the look of all these. Content Zone unfortunately went under. Each of these have spine numbers if you get the first press. 19, 16, 15 so far on these. Next, Woman is the Future of Man. Believe this one has I'm blanking out. Ujite, yeah. Another good film. One I just recently watched on the occasion of remembering the Turning Gate. That's the guy from Memories of Murder, which for some reason that never connected in my brain, even though I've had this movie forever. I really, really like this one. His movies are really funny and have like an awkward, like depressive tone to them. So yeah. Next, his first digitally shot feature, Night and Day. Sadly, that got dinged up. That was by me. I dropped it. But, yeah, this one I have had for a long time. I actually own this digitally as well, which I've still yet to get through it. This is, I think, his longest movie. Yeah, 145 minutes. I haven't gotten through it yet. I like what I saw. Not my favorite Sang-soo film, but good nonetheless, what I've seen. Next, my favorite from him, Oki's movie, which I'm going to set some of these down. Yeah, Oki's movie. I think this is the same on the inside. Yeah, so not going to show that off. I think this is his shortest film, possibly. 80 minutes. No, I think Hill of Freedom might have been like 67 minutes or something. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. I can't remember his name for some reason, but he was in A Hard Day. He's also in a lot of Hong's later films. I think that was Trisha. Yep. Anywho, yeah, Oki's movie. And then getting through these last few quickly. The Day He Arrives, black and white film. Wasn't shot in black and white, I don't believe. Nope, not a different cover. Yeah, another really good one. Arsuni, his newest film that has a Blu-ray. Jung Jae-young's in that, as well as the two people from Oki's movie. I'm getting out of frame here. And then last on the Hong Sang-soo's is In Another Country and Nobody's Daughter, Haeon. This actually is autographed on the inside, I believe. Yeah, which I wasn't aware of that. So then it comes with this awesome booklet, which I'm not really going to get into because this video, I don't want it to drag on too long. That's the thing with Korean movies. If I were to unpack all of these, this video would be hours long. And that's what I love about Korean films. Not only is it my favorite region in the world for films in general, it's also my favorite place that releases home videos. They don't do quite as many as other countries by like a long shot, but every time, usually a Blu-ray gets released over there, it's like awesomely packaged, has a lot of treatment done to it, and usually packed with features. So yeah, that was all of Hong Sang-soo's films that are on Blu-ray right now. So yeah, hopefully Right Now Wrong Then, his newest movie, gets released soon. I'm really wanting to see that one. That's got Kim Mi-jin? Nope, don't remember her name. Anyway, she is in Park Chan-wook's new movie, and she was in No Tears for the Dead. Kim Min-hee, that's her name. And Jung Jae-young. But anyway, moving on. We got The Fake, Yoon Sang-ho's second animated film. A hell of a lot better than King of Pigs, in my opinion. This is actually almost perfect movie to me. It's very, very depressive, but I like the whole fact that the guy is completely a despisable piece of shit person, but by the end, you're actually like laughing because he's like the only guy with any brains in this movie. But yeah, it's a really disturbing, crazy movie. Got some rough animation, but I absolutely love this movie. Young-yo, I think that's how you say that. Also Amuse, I think. This is directed by the guy that made Happy End. Really excellent movie. Has Park Hae-il in it, and Kim Go-eun, I think that's her name. She's a newer actress, but she's been really popular recently. But yeah, really good film. Love the cinematography in this. Really kind of bright, soft look to it, but it fits the tone of the film a lot. Next, we got Unbowed. Stars An Sung-ki, one of my favorite Korean actors, a veteran in the field. There's the alternate cover. Based on a true story. Yeah, this kind of blew up in Korea when it was released. I can't get that back in there. That's what she said. But, I don't know why she would say that. That was awkward. But anywho, yeah. Unbowed. Then The Foul King, Kim Ji-woon film. Spy number 23 in the Content Zone Homage Collection. Stars Song Kang-ho, a lot of people's favorite actor who like South Korean films. This has probably the greatest picture of all time in here, if I can find it. Yes. That's correct. That's Song Kang-ho in an Elvis costume. So yeah, worth buying it just for that image alone. Also a really awesome film. One of my favorite Kim Joo-in films. Moving on, I think, yeah, these are my CJ first press pickups. But I will do these two first. Memories of Murder, and then Park Chan-wook's Thirst. Two of my favorite films. Unfortunately, the first presses on both of these. This one's pretty crazy. This one's absolutely crazy. So yeah, excellent movies. And then getting into it, which I won't go through these. Everybody and their brother on YouTube kind of shows these off. At least the people that collect Korean films. Got the black and white version of Mother, which is an awesome movie. Not gimmicky at all. Actually, they went in like frame by frame and did all the color correcting and stuff to make the black and white photography look as good as it can. Ryo Sung-young's, Ryo Sung-yeon, his Arahan, really fun action movie. Kind of pokes fun at like Hollywood movies from the time, but fun, kind of like superhero film from Korea. Well, all of these are Korean, obviously, so I don't need to say that. Silence, Dokani, I think that's how you say it in Korean. Stars Gong-yoo, one of my favorite actors. This is based on a true story that he, from a novel that he read while he was in the army. He asked if they could make it into a movie. Got made into a movie. Such a powerful film that it changed walls over in Korea. This is one I absolutely recommend. One of my favorite Korean films. I've only seen this once. That's how much that stuck with me. Very hard to watch, but absolutely rewarding movie. Next is another one of my favorite films from Korea. Castaway on the Moon, Kim's Island. Stars Jung Jae-young, and I'm not sure the chick's name, but absolutely awesome movie. Really funny, really touching. I think I'm blocking the light on these because of my left-handedness, but yeah, that's super shadow. But anywho, I'm gonna try to fix that from now on. Really fun, creative movie. Kind of a riff on the Tom Hanks movie Castaway, but leaps and bounds better in my opinion. Castaway on the Moon. And to get this looking better, I'm going to try to do this right-handed. Bong Joon-ho's debut, Barking Dogs Never Bite. Really underrated movie in my opinion. Gets a bit too overdramatic in spots, but Way Back Home, also based on a true story, stars my favorite actress Do-yeon and Go-soo. Really, really good movie. Snowpiercer by Bong Joon-ho. His first kind of like international film. Heard this Blu-ray has problems. I actually have not popped this in, but I have a buddy that lives in Korea that was telling me there's a lot of like crushing on the black levels and whatnot in this, so probably going to be picking up the American Blu-ray. I had seen this before it came out, so yeah, didn't know about that, but I've heard it's packed with like a lot of awesome features, so when I learn Korean fluently, I'm looking forward to diving into actually all these movies' features. And then lastly, Ode to My Father. Again, way too melodramatic in spots, but a very, very entertaining popcorn flick. Definitely will tug at your heartstrings quite a few times. And Hong Joon-min is awesome as always. I don't know why I'm all stuttery. Okay, moving on. Try to speed things up a bit because I feel like this is dragging on. These I'm going to just blaze through because I've done a video on these. These all ended up in my favorite releases. Well, some of these. Anyway, first off, this looks awesome, like the image, but the stability is so bad on this. They didn't fix any of like the jarringness of the film, so it's like click, 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 click. The whole freaking film is like, it's like makes it almost unwatchable. I am going to give it a watch sometime, but it's ridiculous that this even got released like this. But that being said, the picture itself looks way better than it did. So yeah, love me once again. Park Chan-wook's JSA, phenomenal film. Then the Kofa releases Housemaid, Hanyo by Kim Ki-young. March of Fools. Heavenly Homecoming to Stars. And then Chilsu and Mansu. Like I said, I keep trying to think of the lighting on this. It's dark here, so hopefully this video turns out okay. Another content zone, spine number 5, Kim Ki-duk's Spring, Summer, Fall, Winter, and Spring. This does not have English subtitles, but it's a movie that I've seen quite a few times. I used to have the DVD that was released here in America, so not a big issue. Not a ton of dialogue in this film, but absolutely phenomenal. Very deep, philosophical film. Next is one of Kim's earlier works, The Isle by Nova Media. Spine number 6 on this. Absolutely wonderful film. Kind of hard to watch in spots, but good nonetheless. Very disturbing. But this picture restoration is like fantastic. And same can be said for this DVD tops release of Bad Guy. I hate how they kind of photoshopped the blanket over her behind, but I kind of understand, because I don't think that could be shown. Yeah, you can see the side of her breast there, so. Oh well, anyway, glad this got a Blu-ray. Was very surprised by this and The Isle, of all things, getting Blu-rays, considering Kim's not super well received over there. A lot of people find his movies weird and different. I do as well, but his movies are some of the smartest films I've seen. I absolutely love this one as well. This actually may be my favorite Kim Ki-duk film alongside Time. So yeah, Bad Guy. Moving things on, next we got Phelan. Excellent drama film. This stars Choi Min-sik, who is one of my favorite actors. I used to say he was my favorite actor of all time, but I've seen a lot of movies since I used to boast that, and he's definitely still up there, and he just gets really absorbed into all of his roles. And it also stars Hong Kong actress Cecilia Chung. Great film about a Chinese migrant that moves to Korea. He marries her just so she can stay in Korea and not get her visa revoked and all that. So yeah, very good movie. Next, an underrated masterpiece in my opinion, Sang-soo's best work, President's Last Bang. This was released by Studio A. Awesome package, awesome transfer for the most part. For some reason it seems to me like it still had some work to be done. Like a lot of the lighting and whatnot looked sort of off, but maybe that's the intended look. I hadn't seen this film in a long time, but something about the transfer just seems a bit off to me. But that being said, awesome to see I have a Blu-ray. Yeah, President's Last Bang, phenomenal film. This also has the uncensored news footage from the beginning. Revive, I'm not sure how you say it, by Im Kwon-taek. His first film to get a Blu-ray, which is a shame because he's made a lot of awesome films. This has An Sung-ki, one of my favorite Korean actors, as I said before. Kim Gyu-ri, a very good actress. This is a really good film, made my top 10 films last year. Yeah, I highly recommend this. It also has a black and white version, which I don't think looks that great. I'd rather just watch the film in color, to be honest, in this case. So yeah, Revive. Next, one of my favorite popcorn flicks from Korea, that is The Divine Move. This stars Ha Jong-woo, a really good actor. An Sung-ki is also in this. Yeah, really fun movie about the Korean board game called Ko, and people just murdering each other over it. So yeah, really fun sort of revenge flick based off of a comic book over there. Keep things going. Park Chan-wook's first film, Moon is the Sun's Dream. No subtitles on this. I'd only seen some of it. Looks like it's a pretty rough film, which I understand because he kind of claims JSA to be his first film that he truly can call his own. So he made 2 films. They both flopped and were really panned, and he didn't want them to see a day of light. Yet here we are, so maybe he's had a change of heart. Anyway, Moon is the Sun's Dream. Region free and no subtitles. Don't understand what Content Zone was thinking on that one. But anywho, next, Plain Archive release, Spine number 3, super crushed. Yeah, look at that. That's what happens when you buy shit off eBay sometimes. You get people that don't care about how shit's packaged and it gets crushed. Anywho, this is $289 out of $1,200. This got a plain release, pun, but a plain Jane release, and I'm thinking about getting that because it has English, book. And, yeah, anywho, King of Pigs, really good film. Has an awesome short film on here, which I can't remember what it's called. But, yeah, it's pretty good. Nowhere near as good as The Fake, in my opinion. Then this, which has become useless now, Bittersweet Life, Kim Joon's film that most people consider his best. I'm not sure if it's my favorite or not, but it's still a friggin' awesome film. Lee Bong-hun is in it, and this is getting released by Nova Media. Got restored with 4K, fixed some of the aspect ratio issues, and just looks a hell of a lot better. So this will probably be going out the window soon, but an amazing film nonetheless. So when that release comes out, I highly recommend everybody getting it. Bittersweet Life's an awesome film. Breathless, which I will be moving off the slip off of. Awesome indie film. Yeah, I was hoping I wouldn't take the slip off all the way. I don't remember the director's name, but it's the actor you see here. He also wrote it and directed it, as I just said. Really good film. So, yep, that's it of that stack. Moving on, we have a Japanese film, which I know shouldn't be in here, but Korean director Bong Joon-ho, his short film Shaking Tokyo, really, really awesome. So yeah, I wanted to throw that in there just because. Third Window Films release of Shin Soo-won's Pluto, awesome movie. Can't recommend this one enough. Not enough people have seen this, and I'm really, really highly anticipating Madonna, her newest movie. Hong Kong release of Scarlet Innocence by Im Pil-sung, Ha Jang-woo, Isam, I think that's her name. Again, another really good film. Not a lot of people like this, but I enjoyed it a lot. Really, really dark, erotic revenge film. Draft House Films release of Pieta by Kim Ki-duk. Awesome release. This is a film I like super champion, and not that I'm like a big name or anything, but I wanted everyone to see this, so I made the Facebook page for it, and I run that. But yeah, amazing film. Can't recommend this one enough. Volgo USA's release of Assassination. Really fun film. I think this just won Blue Dragon Award for Best Film. I don't think it was the best film of last year from Korea, but very, very well shot. The costumes, the set pieces, the action, the acting, everything's pretty much spot on. Assassination. Choi Dong-hoon is a director that I recommend people checking out for popcorn flicks. He directed The Thieves, The Big Swindle, Taza, the first Taza film that is, and Joon-ho. So yeah, Assassination. And I've been holding this for a while, so I don't know why I haven't shown it off. Heimu. Another really good film. This is what Korea submitted for Best Foreign Language Film. Didn't even make the cut at all, but a really good film. I can't remember any of the people's names in this, but it's got that singer from JYJ and the actor from Hawaii and The Chaser and all that. He's a really good actor. Yeah, this is a very good film, Heimu. Not taking this thing apart, but Gangnam 1970, awesome film. Also one of the most swag-ass releases of all time. Yi Chang-dong Films, Peppermint Candy. Oasis. And a film that's not as good as I thought it was, but still, it's not bad. Fighter in the Wind. Interesting true story behind this man, though. Seeing if this is still recording, I'm so paranoid about it shutting off. It says it is, so we'll see. Whoops. Yep. Okay. And, yeah. Very Ordinary Couple. Not as good as I thought it would be, but still pretty good nonetheless. I need to rewatch this again. I kind of thought it was going to be different than what it was, but it has Kim Min-hee in it. I really like her a lot. So, one of my favorite Korean films, which I actually just recently watched for the first time, My Dear Enemy, has Do-yeon, who I adore and like everything she's in, and Ha Jang-woo, who I also adore in almost everything he's in. Really awesome movie, and an awesome release. Fatal Encounter, which there's that. There's the cover. It's got Hyun Bin, Jung Jae-young, quite a few famous faces in it. Really good film, got some really atmospherical cinematography. The guy that's in this movie, I don't know his name, that guy right there on the right, he's also in this. Which leads me into that. I Love My Bride. Sin Mina, I think that's her name, is in this. Really fun, romantic film that I liked quite a bit. Don't know why the release has to be so happy. I know. Maybe it's more geared towards women, but I liked it a lot. That's definitely stands out. It's an interesting design, though, for a release, nonetheless. And going back to My Dear Enemy real quick, I am going to take that one out of the box because, I mean, you don't really see much with that. This movie is hard to get out of there, which I think is why I didn't want to take it out. Look at this. It's crazy. Yeah, so Do-yeon, Jung-ho on the front. It's got these little postcards on the inside, made out of this nice material. Whoops, Jung-ho there. The disc, nice. I think Plain Archive actually worked on the design for this before they had their own company up and about. And then the booklet in this is really awesome. Again, I cannot wait to get my Korean up there enough that I can look through all this stuff. So much to learn and explore. So yeah, awesome release. One of my favorites out of my entire collection of imports in terms of movie and packaging. Yeah, I absolutely love this movie. I'm really excited for his Lee Yoon-ki, I think that's his name, his new movie, A Man and a Woman. Looks really melodramatic, a bit more story-oriented than this, but it looks good nonetheless. So yeah, My Dear Enemy. Let's keep this going. Whoops. These are so out of order. Hwai, Monster Boy. Really fun movie by the guy who directed. And by fun, I don't mean fun at all. This is depressing as fuck, but it's got some cool action in it. Really love the cinematography in it. But it's directed by the guy that made Save the Green Planet. It's got a cool different cover. Not pulling that out all the way, but it's got, well, might as well. Yeah, again, the actor from Hey Moo. Also, young new actor, really talented. His deep voice has gotten him famous, it seems, but he really does a tremendous job in this film. Also, a lot of fun on his episode of Running Man, but that's besides the point. Thread of Lies, the only Korean film I've imported that I regret. Not very good. Again, it tries to do that thing that Korea does really well, which is mismatched kind of moods and stuff, and usually that works really well, but not in this case. You can't go from the subject matter of a little girl committing suicide to slow motion over rats and shit that's in the apartment. It just doesn't work. Damn shame too, because stellar cast, good director, directed Punch, but yeah, this movie sucked. Housemaid, Sang-soo's remake. I love this movie. A lot of people shit on it, I guess because, oh, The Housemaid's the best Korean movie ever. But I think this is a damn good, way different interpretation of The Housemaid. Then one of my favorite, if not my absolute favorite Korean comedy, Speedy Scandal, Scandal Maker. Absolutely awesome film. Kim Bo-young, Cha Tae-hyun, not sure of the kid's name. Beautiful, heartwarming, awesome film. I can't recommend this enough. Everybody I show it to absolutely adores it. It's one of those kind of films. Yeah. Also, it's the only steelbook that I own from Korea. And those magnets are removable, which is weird, but awesome. So, yeah. Let's get this out of the way. Again, same person I ordered King of Pigs from. Smashed as shit. But the only DVD release I own, How to Catch a Virgin Ghost. Really like Im Chang-jung a lot. This release is also pretty awesome. Kind of sucks it was smashed. I didn't pay much for it though, so maybe that's why they didn't ship it so well. Fun little movie. Not one I really am even sure why I own, but yeah, it's a fun little film. This is in no order because, again, I kind of just threw these back here. Park Chan-wook's I'm a Cyborg, but that's okay. This is region free but out of print. So if you can find it, I'd recommend it. 71 Into the Fire, really good film. The Guard Post, have not watched this yet, so I'm not sure if it's good or not. Directed by the guy who made Our Point. I will put this over here with this since it goes with that. An American film, but directed by Park Chan-wook, Stoker, really good. Movie a lot of people hate, but I love, full of dislikable characters. Not a single redeeming character in this movie for the Emperor.